one of the biggest advantages actually is that the machine, the cars, have become so intelligent and they are full of sensors. And these sensors are actually much faster in reacting than human beings are. And I think that is something, once you've experienced that once, I think the key is actually to really think about that you experience traffic from multiple perspectives. So you're not only in a car, but you're also a pedestrian. And I think as a pedestrian, you really appreciate that the car can stop much faster than it would actually do if a human driver was steering the wheel.
I think there will be a long time a parallel use of autonomous driving modes and non-autonomous driving modes, not only because the environment and the ecosystem around doesn't allow for it, but also that the customers sometimes want to take control if the car is fun to drive, and I think this is especially valid for the premium car sector. And on the other hand, being driven will be something that is an asset for a car that customers will pay a premium for. But the way, the phase into that autonomous driving, I think it'll take longer than we might expect at the moment, where there's so much discussion around it. And of course, there are some regulatory issues that need to be resolved. You also mentioned it, Eric, insurance issues, liability issues that we need to have a grip on.
What are regulators to do in the future? If we look forward with regulation, previously it's been about people, but are they now needing to look to regulate the vehicles or actually the manufacturers of the vehicle?
Government in the 1900s was behind when the automobile debuted, and I think it's very clear that government is behind again, and I think it's a tremendous opportunity for the auto clubs to become involved and to really lead the charge. In the same way that behind the scenes, the auto clubs still help government with things like testing and licensing all over the world, but maybe they're a little bit too humble about that. And I think it needs to come back to the forefront with them being, very much involved.
Is the car still the most efficient mode of transportation for an urban environment? Or should we look at alternative transport systems?
The first priority in Singapore is pushing the public transport. So every new electric vehicle is another car on the road. So I think you have to make sure that if you talk about electrification in Singapore, that competition has to be do it via ICE car, a conventional car, or do it via an electric vehicle. So there should never be a competition between electric vehicles and the public transport, because this is definitely the way Singapore has to go as a compact city.